After you're done cooking, you want to make sure that you dispose of all of the wood papers that you've used. Papers are designed to only be used once, so you use them once and then throw them away. However, planks in some cases can be used again. It all depends on whether they got burned or charred during the cooking process or whether they warped or not. If they have warped too much, then they probably won't be usable again. But some woods, especially cedar, have a tendency to maybe be a little bit more forgiving and not warp quite as much. So if you've got some planks that you can use a few times, by all means, feel free to do it. But you got to make sure that after you've cooked on them that you properly sanitize them and clean them. So what you want to do is inspect your planks. If you determine that it's possible to use them again, you want to wash them immediately in some hot soapy water in the sink and rinse them thoroughly, and then put them in a dish rack to dry. The two planks on the left are still in pretty good shape. You can see this is a cedar plank we did the salmon on, and this is the one we did the potatoes on. And they need to be cleaned, obviously, but they're not cupped up too bad, and they're going to be able to be used again. This is an example of a plank that we cooked the pork loin on that's really cupped quite a bit. It's got quite a curve to it. Now, it's possible you might still be able to scrub that up and flip it over and use it maybe one more time, but chances are you might not want to, and you certainly don't want to put anything else on this surface, or the food would tend to run off, or the juices would tend to run away from whatever you're cooking. So this probably isn't going to make it much longer, but it put an incredible hickory flavor into that pork loin that we just cooked. And this is an example of, this is a cherry board that we used with the chicken. And as you can see, this one burned up pretty good. So this is definitely one that's cupped up and it's burned up, and it's definitely one that you're going to want to throw away or use for firewood and burn up.